What's up, everybody? Calvin here.
And Danien from Dubai. Cheers.
I'm at my home in Southern California. I know that people have been watching what we've been doing over the last few weeks. I recently resigned from my network marketing company that I've been a part of for the last 9 years. I'm super grateful for the opportunity for my last company and also the previous company before that. And if anybody knows my story, I really feel like I've only been with one company for the past almost 17 years. Since I started at 25 years old in network marketing, and my first company was acquired by the second. So this is really my first time ever resigning from any company and deciding to walk away because I really feel like the opportunity that I've been giving to the people that follow me, the distributors on my team, they haven't been really able to accomplish what I've been able to accomplish, and some of my friends like Danien have been able to accomplish over the years. We want to give them an even bigger opportunity, so we need an opportunity in the space that everybody can win in. And we truly believe, me and Danien and some of the leaders on our team right now, we truly believe that we found that company. I'm excited to talk about that today.
I'm also super excited for everyone on this Zoom, either live or on the recording, when you're going to watch this, because what we're going to show you in the next, 30 minutes is truly something unique. I've been in the industry almost 20 years now. Which is, I'm still young, but it's been a while. It's been a whole career, obviously millions of dollars later, but the industry has evolved big time. I mean, Calvin and I have been friends for now, I think more than 12 years, building side by side, traveling the world, speaking, recruiting, building like never before. And we just realized that there is another level. There's another gear. There's another step. Tonight is really an opportunity for you to get to see everything. And we won't hold back. We'll share everything with you, what the plan is, what the vision is, what we're going to do, and you're really here at the very, very beginning. So let's make the best out of it, guys. Perfect. So Calvin, anything to add before I just jump in?
I just want people to know that we've always had a vision of how network marketing could be done right. And if it were up to us, we'd go start our own company, right? And get a huge group of distributors to create success in. We'd write our own story. But to be honest, me and you starting our own company, becoming the CEO is really out of our character, because we're really network marketers at heart. That's the truth. We're really network marketers at heart. So really the perfect scenario for both of us, which we've been able to find right now and identify right now, is to really find a company that's wide open for us to be as creative as we want to be, and for us to really determine the direction of the company. We know what network marketers want. We know what network marketers need in order to succeed. And if we could create a company that's distributor-led, I think that would be the best for everybody in the industry. And that's really what we're trying to write right now.
Awesome. So also, I think one of the trends that we're seeing in the industry, so Calvin, both you and I, we've been in product-based MLM our whole lives. If I'm not mistaken, that's accurate for you just as well. So I've done products my whole life. And I guess that's just because when I got started, it was a wellness-based, product-based MLM network marketing, and I kind of never got sidetracked. I always did this. But today, I mean, it's the beginning of 2023. We all know there is digital opportunities. There is non-product opportunities that not only offer much higher margins and faster growth for income, but it also delivers a business everywhere, instant, on click. I always call business at the speed of thought, right? We also, though, at the same time, still believe in products, because there's certain benefits that you have when you have high quality products. And we are going to talk about this, that gives people just a whole different level of experience, different loyalty that's being created. And also, even in like a regulatory perspective, in some markets, it's a huge game changer if you do have physical products just as well. So we're believing in a hybrid model, but we're going to show you everything right now.
Yeah, and if we were to dream up just a few verticals that we think that would attract the masses, there are 3 that we pretty much have agreed on, and I think that most would agree as well. Number 1 being travel, okay, because who doesn't love to travel? We all love to travel. That's one of the benefits of building a successful network marketing business, the opportunity to travel around the world to build your business, but also the opportunity to have success and be incentivized through rewards trips. So we always love to travel. And then health. Longevity, living a long, healthy lifestyle. So health and wellness products are what our forte is. We helped 2 different companies become billion-dollar companies, and we're success stories of that. So we have a proven track record in that area. So we have to have health and wellness, beauty products, and then finally wealth. because when you work hard and when you reap the rewards of your benefits, you have to know how to properly have your money make money. And we read about that in the books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. We learn about that in the cash flow quadrant, moving from big business owner down to the final quadrant of investor. But nobody really teaches us how to do that. We don't have that financial education, that financial literacy that we should get. And we're going to be able to provide that here in this company.
Awesome. Calvin, you want me to jump right ahead in the presentation?
Yeah, let's go.
Perfect. So let's just do this. I'm going to share my screen real quick, guys. And I'm going to present you the opportunity, okay? So the company is called JIFU. It's a US-based company. And originally, JIFU has been, until today, an exclusive travel membership club, okay? So the business model has originally been travel and travel only. The idea is extremely strong, and I'm going to tell you everything about it. What our vision is, though, is to take JIFU and go and take this company to a whole nother level, like Kelvin just said, and to add additional verticals. And I'm just going to get there in a second. Now, before we get there, everybody's asking, what the heck does JIFU mean? Okay. And to be very honest with you guys, I didn't like the name in the beginning. I was like, JIFU? Like, I don't even get that, right? But then once we started building, we say JIFU, JIFU, JIFU. It's like, it's a 4-letter word. It's very rare these days with all the names given in the world. It's a really, really, really good name. And actually the word means an abundant life, okay? And that's really the promise of network marketing. That's what we all want. It obviously merges perfectly into the whole travel idea, but way more than that. It's also the health and it's also the wealth. And here we are exactly at those 4 different pillars that we're going to build the future of this company on. And guys, you're here, I want to say that one more time, at the most pristine timing that you can possibly imagine. Out of those 4 pillars that we're sharing with you tonight, only one of them is live right now. Only JIFU Travel is live right now. So we just got started. First 2 commission weeks are in, almost maxed out the compensation plan, week number 2. And not just me, even guys on my team just as well that have done a tremendous job. We've seen top incomes in just 2 weeks. It's literally crazy. Today, a girl of my team called me and said, Danien, can you imagine? I'm in the industry for 13 years. I made more money in the last 2 weeks than I did ever in the last 13 years. My 2 best weeks ever network marketing has been the last 2 weeks. And she's just one out of many of these stories in just 2 weeks. And again, let me repeat, this is only based on the first pillar, which is JIFU Travel. So get excited about this. Honestly, I never thought about being part of a travel company. That's not what initially came to mind. I can totally identify with products, science, longevity. I love that stuff. I can totally identify with Forex, crypto, investments, all that stuff. I love that. Travel really didn't come to mind, even though I love to travel. And I know, Calvin, you and I, we've probably been to, I don't know what, like 30 countries together. I mean,
how many
a lot of crazy stories.
How many passports do you think you've been through since we've been involved in network marketing?
I'd say 4.
Yeah,
I think I'm on the 4th one. Yeah.
That's so anyway, but look at everybody is looking to build a business from their phone. They want to travel. They want to make their office is anywhere in the world. That's what network marketers want to be able to say, and we can do that with the product.
Awesome. So let's jump right in, guys. So please pay attention, because this could literally be the moment that you've been waiting for. So JIFU Travel, what does it do? It's actually a wholesale membership, and I'm going to go deep into that later because it's part of what we're having right now, this moment, in order to build the business. Just know this: we have a search engine where you can search for hotels, rental cars, long-term stays, cruises, activities, and you can save up to 75% compared to the big brands like Expedia, Priceline, Booking, and other travel sites. Sounds pretty impossible, I do know that, but it's actually true. And that was the first moment when my mind was blown, because I was convinced it's impossible for any company just offer prices lower than all the big sites, but it's actually possible, and I'll show you later why. The second vertical is JIFU Health and Beauty. Now, please forgive the slides and the design of the slides. This is like the preliminary version, even of the PowerPoint. We have the marketing department working it, but Kelvin and I just didn't want to wait. We wanted to get this information out to some hand-selected leaders right now, this moment, because we know how important and critical timing is. So please forgive the design of the slides, but we want to give you everything fresh from the press, okay? So this is going to be a game-changing collagen supplement that we're launching. It has 3 different sources of collagen. It doesn't have any sugar. It includes tons of vitamins, B vitamins, It also includes a whole superfood complex such as acerola, cherry, I think bilberry, and also acai berry, which is interesting because Kelvin and I's story really started 12 years ago based on the whole story of the acai. So it's kind of like a 360 coming all the way back here. But most importantly, we have 3 different sources of collagen in here, which is just so important. It's not only the beauty secret for women, hair, skin, nails, but it's also really for men, for guys, for tissues, for connective tissues, for muscles and everything, and the whole, just to support the whole body in order to have a healthy collagen supply. And it is a scientific proven fact that collagen production goes down as you get older. So it's a very, very important supplement to take. Oh, by the way, it also tastes unbelievable. We have the tasting samples here. It's one of the best things you'll ever drink. Like it's freaking badass. Now, second, and I'm super excited about this. This is going to be a next generation skincare with some groundbreaking scientific evidence. And I'm actually having the very first testers right here in my hands right now of our Glow skincare line. Okay, it's really badass. And you know, we had this tested by a third party. By an independent laboratory, and they said that they have never tested anything in years that would get rid of wrinkles faster, that would, you know, help the skin recover faster, that will not only protect from sun, but reverse old sun damage and tons of other things. So I'm super excited for this. And that's just a little bit of a sneak peek. I also want to share with you that we are working on an energy drink line that is going to be called Wave. So the brand Wave is going to come in the next phase. Right now, I'm thinking about probably roughly 6 months from now, that's going to be the third product line we're bringing. I'm super pumped about that because I love to build with energy drinks. I'm just like an energy drink guy. I love it, but I want a healthy option. And we're going to have some special ingredients in there that's going to, you know, be very, very exciting for all of you guys. But just to give you like a little bit of an idea of what's going to be parts of JIFU Health, and of course, tons more information on that later. Then,
hey guys, also,
Danien,
what I want them to know is that we're not just 2 guys that want to launch our own company. We're not just 2 guys looking for another company to become a part of and tell everybody to become a part of. Like when we're creating these 2 verticals of health and wellness, health and beauty, and wealth, like we want it to be the best. We want our products to be backed by cutting edge science, by doctors who have big names in the industries that pertain to these products. Like we're not just launching a skincare line, a collagen drink, an energy drink. We want it to be best. And we want it to be backed up by proven science. So we're excited about just
get excited for that's a good point. So get excited for the science, for the doctors that we're going to bring on board, spokespersons. So anyways, more on that in the future. Now, next pillar is the JIFU Academy. Okay, the Academy is going to have 4 different parts. One's crypto. Calvin and I have been, you know, crypto enthusiasts since the beginning. I remember Calvin calling me, Danien, I bought this thing called Ethereum. I don't really know what it is, but it's $4, but it keeps going up. I was like, what? And actually, you called me when it was $44 and you started buying at $4. And I was like, bro, it's already like 10x from here. You
so
really
fast.
It's a good investment. And I bought it at 44 and I was thinking, maybe when it's 100, like I'll sell, right? And it hit 100 and I sold and I was like, man, I doubled my money. Well, today it's not a secret. I have my my block clock right here next to me. It's like $1,600 for ETH right now. So the crazy crypto industry, and for me, it is absolutely shocking how there's people today that don't even know how to buy a Bitcoin. Like, so we're going to talk about this. We're going to get you guys educated on crypto. We're also going to get you guys educated on Forex, foreign exchange markets, most liquid market in the world. Tons of money being made in Forex. And we're going to teach you the fundamentals, the basics. We're also going to have live educators. We're going to have signals that are going to be provided. You will have the opportunity to trade yourself. We're going to get there in just a minute. So the whole Forex thing is super, super interesting. We are going to provide the education and the training from JIFU side on Forex and on crypto. Now, on social media, we're going to train you guys. One of our first trainers that we got on board, he has 3 separate Instagram accounts with all of them having each individually more than 1 million followers, and he's teaching us in a special design course for all JIFU members how he did that, what's the strategy, what the fundamentals are. I think this is super important for everybody. And the 4th part is e-commerce. The first course we're launching, or we have actually launched already, is an Amazon FBA course. So it's super, super interesting, and we're going to keep filling all these parts of the JIFU Academy with real good stuff. Now, Calvin, I know this is something you've been excited about as well, especially in the crypto world. I know you've been personally a trainer and an educator on crypto, NFTs, DeFi, and all that. Like, what are your thoughts on that? And why is that so important?
Well, it's a fascinating industry. It's what's attracting most people to build a business from their phone online. I think that this new generation of, I would say, like 18 to 30-year-olds, they don't want to go to work for anybody, to tell you the truth. They've realized that they can just start a YouTube channel, they can build influence on a social media channel, they could go online and learn whatever they want, and they could build a business from the palm of their hand on their smartphones, right? Whether it's trading, buying and selling crypto, investing in NFTs, starting their own online Amazon store or eBay store, whatever you want to call it, or even just training and coaching people on skill sets. And I'm just saying that people are just simply uneducated, and if we can give them the tools and arm them with the education, they can go build additional income streams, and that's what we're going to really look for. There are other markets that we're going to be able to identify to be able to offer our distributors, our teammates, and we'll just fill it up in the JIFU Academy. So I'm excited about it. Super
cool. Now, the fourth vertical, now that one is extremely interesting. We're going to link up with an exclusive partnership with a licensed brokerage here out of Dubai. They got licenses in the UK, in Malaysia, fully licensed and regulated broker that is going to help you to set up your own brokerage account under your name, all funds under your control, under your custody. You're going to have access to signals and live trading. This is available to all markets. Also, we're going to have the opportunity for our members that do sign up with a brokerage to participate in copy trading. Now, this is for international markets. And I want to be very, very clear on this. We as JIFU do not offer this. We do not offer copy trading. We do not offer any kind of financial services. It is not possible to invest with us. We are not financial advisors. We're not permitted to give financial advice. We don't want to give financial advice. But what we do is we have a partnership with a licensed broker, and they offer all these kind of different options. Also, what we are going to provide from the JIFU side is an exclusive JIFU app. This app is going to allow you, let's just say, to be super connected to the educators. It's going to give you a way to integrate signals, super simple, and lots more. And the very, very interesting part on this partnership is that actually the brokerage is going to share performance fees of potential profits that are going to be made on the broker side. And this allows you to earn on an additional uni-level plan. Now, this is not coming back to JIFU. This has nothing to do with our compensation plan, but it is an additional income stream, which is going to be paid on the broker side for 10 levels, which is just super amazing because, again, it is legal, it is regulated, it is transparent, it's 100% under your control. And I'm just very excited about that, but we're going to we're going to learn a lot more about that from the brokerage side themselves. So this is a really, really cool partnership. Again, we don't offer that as JIFU, but they do. And it's an additional income opportunity for the JIFU members, which is super, super interesting. Now, I want to share with you just a little bit about the JIFU team that we have. It's a lot of amazing executives. This is, quite frankly, a pretty full slide of people, but I just wanted you to kind of see everybody real quick. I want to point out two individuals here real quick. Number one, Bradley Boyle on the top left. He's the founder and CEO of the company. I personally spent a lot of time with Brad over the last 2 months. He came out, to Dubai, was kind of scheduled to be here for 10 days. I think he hasn't left in 1.5 months now, really. And he's working harder. I mean, he's working like us, Calvin. He's like a 16-hour day guy. He just makes business a priority, even though he has a beautiful family.
I was just in Dubai with you guys over the last week and a half, and he was up with us at all hours in the trenches, building with us. We were doing one-on-ones, three-way calls. He was jumping in, and giving his insight. He was listening to us as we wanted to lay out our design and plan for the company. He is really someone who's working side by side with us, and it's going to be exciting to work with him.
Absolutely. So I love him in a way that he's super intelligent. He's also super hungry to build $1 billion company, but at the same time, he's extremely conservative. Make sure everything is set up the right way, everything is legal, everything is safe for everybody. And I think this is really, really important because it's obviously a very, very high priority for all of us to build something that is going to be a long-lasting business. Now, I want to point out Matt Garf, who's the chairman and co-owner of JIFU, because I hope it's fair to say, but he's like a legit third generation billionaire out of the United States. You can actually Google his name or Google Ken Garf Enterprises. We're talking about a multi-billion-dollar company that he's the owner, and his passion project is JIFU. So he's not only fully invested financially, but he's actually on the board, on the calls, really working, directing, giving his insight, his mentorship to the entire team of JIFU to make this another billion-dollar business. And I couldn't be more proud. I mean, I always personally had a fascination for billionaires, because when I was young, I wanted to be a millionaire. Now, since I'm a millionaire, I kind of want to be a billionaire. And I'm thinking, man, this is a whole nother level of just, I guess, development. So I'm really I feel fortunate that we're mentored by one of those individuals personally, and have him obviously a part of the company.
You know, Brad said that his mantra is life lifted. And he said his vision for distributors in JIFU is to lift their lives. You know, these guys already live an incredible life. And what they want as a result of people saying yes to JIFU is to have their lives lifted as well. So I love that that's his vision and mantra for us as distributors.
Yes. Last additional info on the JIFU team. This is a true family-built business, family-focused, family-centered business. What I'm trying to say here, not that one family owns the business, it's multiple shareholders. Actually, interesting fact is, none of the shareholders owns majority. So the only way this works is by consensus, by working as a team. But everyone is really bringing in their whole family. It's 100% involved business. I mean, Brad's staying here with his wife, with his 4 children. Actually, 3 of them are here in Dubai. One of them is, I think, in China right now. Anyways, so I love this, and because for me, trust, the people, quality of people, and you know, I guess not only relatability, but also being able to rely on them. It's just super important, and because trust is the foundation of every business, and you're going to be very excited when you meet the JIFU team. Now, let's dive into the product vertical, which is the one that's live right now in this very moment. If you decide to start tonight, this is what you can do right now. This is how we've been creating top incomes. And if you're still here in this presentation right now, it means you're hungry enough. You're really looking. So I want to tell you, secret number 1 right now, this might be the biggest financial opportunity you've ever had in your life. And I'm going to back this up with numbers right now, and a compensation plan that I swear you've never seen before. So let's dive right into it. Number 1, how is it possible? And I promised that before. How is it possible that the prices that are offered by JIFU for the members are really cheaper than what you find on Priceline, Expedia, Booking, and so on, Kayak, all these websites? And it's really a travel secret, because everybody believes public sites offer the best price. They really don't. And the reason why they don't is because every company pulls their prices from the same places, which is the same main databases where all hotels, for instance, or rental cars, cruise lines, they all experience providers, they all load their prices to a couple of central wholesale databases, and everybody's pulling from the same databases. Now, what regular companies are doing, they're adding their fees and margins, and then they sell it. What JIFU does is they do not add any fees, nor do they add margins. So in other words, let me be very clear here, and this might be shocking to some of you, JIFU is actually never making $1 on travel. Now, this is a real interesting setup, because most people think, oh, it's a travel company, they make money when people book travel, but the truth is they don't. JIFU has never made $1, will never make $1. They give you the direct best prices live when you go on the system. Now, the membership is what's creating the volume and what's creating the income. Now, many people, when you share this concept, they say, oh, well, let me try that. I don't believe this is really cheaper. I don't believe there's additional discounts, such a competitive industry. I said the same thing, remember? So here's what you can do. Once you're signed up, you can go in your back office and you can send a free trial link to your friends. And here's what's going to happen. It's very simple. They go in, they research for like whatever, Paris, France, okay? And then all the hotels line up and you see the discounts, like on the bottom left here. For example, here we have a public price, $2,311. The JIFU discounts $442. So now you can buy this for $1,869, save money. Now remember, you're a free trial member at that part, or your friend is. So what is happening here? He's actually only seeing half of the actual savings. You see it here. So the family gets 50% of the savings, and you, as the referring distributor, are going to make the other half. So if he's saving 442, you're making 442. Now on checkout, there is a button that says double your savings now by becoming a JIFU member affiliate, which means, in other words, he can double up his savings, save 884. In that case, you won't make the other half, but you have a new downline, new distributor, new member, new affiliate. I guess that's a win-win scenario. So you win or you win, right? And it's so simple. It's free to try, and it's incredibly special. By the way, let me say one more thing, which is, I guess, really important. Not every single time the price is better. There is sometimes the situation that you want to go for a specific hotel or a specific brand or something like that. You do not get a better price. In that case, JIFU guarantees for you 110% price guaranteed. So this means when you book with JIFU and you find a better price on another site, all you have to do is copy and paste the link. There's a link called price guarantee. You copy and paste the link, put the price, click submit. It takes you like about 4 seconds. And JIFU is not only going to refund you the difference, but actually add another 10% on top of it, right? So you're always going to have the best price booking with JIFU. And that's quite a promise in that competitive industry. Now, also, this is really badass, guys. We have something that's called a vacation voucher. Now, listen up. This is really, really crazy. And Calvin's going to talk a little bit about that because he knows some of those hotels that are part of this program. But let me just first explain how it works. So when you sign up in the package that I'm about to show you, this is how because many people ask, how do you create the volume right now? Like, where's the money coming from? How do you make money? We have packages, and those packages contain vacation vouchers. Vacation vouchers practically are prepaid stays in hotels and resorts around the world in more than 85 destinations, and you can personally choose the destination. So let's say you want to go to Cancun, Mexico, all right? So you just click Cancun. The only thing you'll have to pay on these trips is literally the taxes and fees. So whatever let's say $17 a day, whatever is the taxes, and if there is any type of resort fee from the hotel, but that's it. Your whole stay is covered. Now the stay varies between 4 nights to all the way up to 7 nights, depending on the location, but it's absolutely incredible. And before I talk about the hotels, like just check this out, for example. $100 is the cheapest, just kind of like reserve your spot type of a thing. Don't sign up with $100, okay? You won't build a big business with that. But let's just say smallest serious pack is just $250. You already get a vacation voucher. So again, let me recap that real quick. You're going to get a vacation voucher. If you sign up for $250, a vacation voucher includes a prepaid hotel or resort for 5 to 7 nights, depending on the location that you choose. You won't even get a night usually. Now, Kelvin, I know you spoke a bit with the CEO about some of the hotels. So generally, all participating hotels and resorts are at least 4-star or higher reviewed on TripAdvisor. But there's some really, really special brands that are part of it. And I believe one of the most beautiful ones are actually in Mexico, Cancun, which is, I know, one of your favorite places to go, Kelvin.
Yeah. Well, they say in here in the fine print that it's a value of up to $1,500. Well, first of all, if you're spending $250, $1,000, I don't care what it is, the voucher with a value of $1,500, you can pick any of the resorts in 85 different countries that are listed. My wife and I love traveling to Mexico. We live in Southern California. One of our favorite places to visit is Cabo. We also love visiting Cancun, and there are a number of 5-star resorts there that we love, and some of them are here in JIFU. There's a particular resort in Cancun. For the sake of this, I don't really want to give names of resorts because I just want to make sure that they are listed here when people go and reserve them. But there are resorts in Cancun that are available to us as JIFU members with our vouchers that usually go for $1,000, $2,000 a night, and we're able to stay them 4 to 7 nighs. So just the vouchers pay for our investment into JIFU themselves. And there are some packages here that we're going to talk about today that give you 2 and 3 vouchers, right? So we're able to go a few times, and we're able to also give them to family members and friends if we like as well. And it's just another way for us to market our business, that we're literally traveling for free on behalf of the company for being a part of JIFU. So it's exciting.
Absolutely. Now let me jump right into the income opportunity, because I know a lot of you guys, that's what obviously you're interested. We're talking about business. We don't want you to just become clients. We want you to partner up with us, with me, with Kelvin. We want you and us to build together, guys. We want to build, and we will build, by the way, another legacy, another empire. We've built a team with hundreds of thousands of distributors before. We have done, I believe, more than $100 million in sales and beyond in our organizations. So we know what we're doing. We're starting right now. for many, many years I've heard, and I don't know, Calvin, it's the same for you, but people said, I wish I was there in the beginning when you got started, like that first day. I wish I could have signed up with you and go that whole journey together. Well, here you have it. It's unexpected, but here it is. You have it one more time. You literally have the opportunity to be here while we're just getting started. And this thing is on a whole nother level. The compensation plan is paying up to 65% of revenue. You got to put this into perspective. Most companies, I mean, the old style MLM, network marketing, product-based companies, they pay something between 23 to 30%. The more modern, more aggressive type of, product companies, maybe they pay 40, 45%. Then you go into like the digital companies, you'll find companies paying 50% or, sometimes 55%. And then sometimes they say it's on CV, not really revenue and all that, but paying up to 65%. That is massive, and it's just really incredible. And I know we're going to have a lot of top MLM leaders watching this, so I'm going to go a little bit deeper on the comp plan, and you're going to love this, because I mean, I saw it and I was like, are you guys kidding me? This is crazy.
You've not only seen it, but you've proven it over the last couple of weeks. So you saw it, you believed in it, we couldn't believe it, and now it's real. So you're seeing it.
Yeah, so it's crazy. And so we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars of commissions in literally the first 14 days of business. So just put this into perspective. So here's how it works. Okay, you can sign up for $100, kind of like get your spot. Don't do it. $250 should be the minimum because it's coming with a vacation voucher. Okay. Now $600 is another level, gets you 2 vacation vouchers. By the way, vouchers they're valid for 18 months from the moment of you activating the voucher. So there's a lot of time. But I really want to talk to you guys about a special opportunity, how to get started. So kind of ignore the packs that I shared with you unless you absolutely have to. But let me tell you what's the best, okay? And I'm telling you right now, the best packs is $1,000 or $2,500. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? We have this. It's called the Fast Movers Program. It's the ultimate bonus in JIFU, but it's very, very limited, and the opportunity is going away. That's why it's called Fast Movers Bonus, okay? So it's really for people that get started right at the beginning. We will potentially have other openings in the future when there's new market openings or something like that, very, very special moments. But this is an opportunity that you have right now that will go away. You won't be able to participate if you do later. So this is your opportunity. Now, what is the Fast Movers Pool? The company decided to share 2% of global CV on a quarterly basis in an equal share to every single distributor. So everyone who's a fast mover, qualified fast mover, is going to receive an additional check quarterly. I can't tell you how much that is because that totally depends on how many people we're going to have in that program and how much the sales of the company is going to be. But here's what I tell you, free money is always good. Free money is always good. So there's going to be free money every quarter. So don't miss out on this. And this is a permanent bonus. So what you have to do is to sign up at least with a $1,000 pack. You can also sign up on the $2,500 pack. Those 2 packs are the only 2 packs that qualify you for the Fast Movers Bonus. Again, it's permanent. What is the other thing you have to do? If you sign up on the $1,000 pack, you got to make sure you bring in 10 front lines in your business that are active and qualified that at least get started on a $1,000 pack as well. So if you get in on 1,000, you need at least 10 front lines that are active and qualified and come in on at least the same pack or higher. There is a shortcut. If you go with the bigger pack, now you only need 5. So that's way easier, way quicker. You only need 5 people that get in and stay active. It can be the same 5 people every single month that just stay active, okay? And you're qualified for the pack. Minimum pack is 1,000 for yourself and the directs. You need 5 on this one, 10 on this one, or 5 on this one, right? So if you want to be quickest, go with the biggest pack. There's also additional reasons why the very big pack, the 2,500 one, and again, I say very big pack, which is the biggest pack, but to be honest, $2,500 to start a business is really nothing. I mean, Calvin and I, we bought NFTs for 10 times the worth of that, and they're kind of worthless. I probably spent this. No, hold on. When we minted the other side, you pay that on gas fee, and the transaction failed. I remember that.
Exactly.
For those of you that know what I'm talking about, NFT. That was crazy. In any case, so if you get started on the global, this is the best pack. Okay, this is prime positioning. First of all, you get 3 vacation vouchers. By the way, you can pass them on to friends and family. You can use them, pro tip, as an incentive for team members. So you can run an incentive in your team, take leadership, and give them as a price. Super important.
Also,
go ahead.
Also, You can plan a team trip around your vouchers, find a resort or a destination that you guys all want to go to as a team, use your voucher, reserve the hotel or destination, all travel there, use your vouchers to be able to stay at the resort and just have a great time with your team. It's incredible what you can do with these things.
Yes. Now on the $1,000 pack, you have 100 free trials, which means you can send out to 100 people the possibility to, you know, try the service, and when they book, you get the other half of the 50% of the discount in like cash reward. If you go on the big pack, you have an unlimited access. Now 100 is quite a lot, I agree already, but let's say, for example, you talk to influencers. Let's say you link up with people with big following. Unlimited is the best. You know, you can literally offer a free thing to all your members, followers, whoever you have that's listening to you, and everybody just gets value. You don't have to pay anything. They can search for free, book for free, save for free, which is beautiful. And plus you're making money while that happens. So this is the best stress-free. Now, of course, you're going to have access to the entire academy. You have access to the FX partnership, to everything. But I want to really go on the comp plan a bit, because I'm so excited about the comp plan. I've never seen a comp plan like that in the industry. So we're talking about a binary business plan. Okay. I would never build anything else but a binary. I think, Calvin, you feel the same way. This is where teams work together, where we can support each other, where we can build dynamic, where you get paid in unlimited depth, where there's no, you know, cutoffs of volume, there's nothing out of pay line and all this type of stuff. So that's awesome. And kind of like your regular binary, like the old school binary, pays you 10% lesser leg. That's kind of how it is. So you build 2 legs, left, right, whatever's the lesser leg, you get 10%, right? Let's say, for example, you got 5,000 left, 5,000 right, boom, you get $500. So that's your 10%. Now, what happens if you get started on the global, and this is crazy, the company will bump you up to with an extra 2% on the team building commission on all ranks in the future. So which means instead of 10%, you get 12%. So instead of $500 in our example, you'd get 600. If you make $10,000, you'll make $12,000 instead. If you'll make $20,000, you'll make $24,000. And we're talking every single week permanently. So that alone will cover your pack. Also, for those really into strategy and business, let's say not everyone will start on the biggest pack. I get that. I would recommend you at least get started on 1,000 if there's no other way, because you can upgrade. You can upgrade, but you're missing out on the additional percentage until you do. But here's what I really love. The entire distributor force, everybody's kind of like on a way to upgrade, because everybody ultimately wants to have those benefits. That's just a lot of volume being generated and a lot of money to be made, for sure. Also, you see something down here, which is quite inspiring. I remember, Calvin, when you and I got started with our acai story 12 years ago, the cap per week was $10,000 a week. And I remember both of us, we were kind of like, wow, if you max that out, that's crazy. That's 40 grand a month. Like, who makes that kind of money, right? And then, of course, we both ended up maxing it out many times over. And then when our company got acquired in 2014, I believe, their cap was almost 2.5 times higher. It was 26,000 a week. And we were like, damn, now we can make 100 grand a month on binary alone, and then plus matching. And in fact, me personally, I went completely crazy in this company. I mean, my best month was more than $700,000. Now here I'm talking not a single spot, combining with my wife, my family, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying this is insane. Many months, more than $500,000 a month, which is really sick income, to be frank, right? So even me, I've been very honest with you. Why JIFU? One of the reasons is it allows us to step into a whole nother dimension, also income-wise, because the weekly cap here goes all the way up to $250,000 a week. And I want to really reiterate that. I know that's not relevant for many people, but for some people, this is the big one. Because I know there's a lot of people in the world, like real top leaders, they want to make $1 million a month. And this is a goal of me, goal of Calvin, goal of tons of people that we know across the world. And there is not a lot of companies that are transparent, that are legitimate, that you can trust, that you can build, where that's even a possibility. And it is here. And this is what I really love, right? So anyways, any other thought, Calvin, on the global pack, and why even maybe in general it makes sense to start on the biggest pack?
I mean, really, it's just following the leaders. Like, we have experience in the industry. We're suggesting the best way to get started would be this pack. It's because you're a part of the fast movers, right? Which is a global a bonus pool. It's paid all of us. We know how that resulted for us in our last company. It was like an additional income stream that people go to work for every day to earn a year. And we just got that every single quarter, which was crazy. It paid for my kids' school. It helped me invest in other things outside of what I was making in my business. It was just that extra thing. So of course, the global pack is where you want to go. 3 vacation vouchers pays for it again and again and again. And then the extra 2%, it's a no-brainer. Like if anything, if all of these things were gone, even the vouchers, I only got 1 voucher, but I was able to get an extra 2% on the binary, I'm all in because I know what that means for me. Not maybe necessarily right now when I first started JIFU, but I know what it means for the future of my business as I keep climbing the ranks to get the extra 2%. That'll make all the difference. I mean, people are working their asses off all year long to try to get a 0.5% raise, a 1% raise, a 2% raise at a job, which isn't ever going to come. We get that automatically here. No limit.
Truth. And for those of you that are really, you know, attentive, maybe you caught it already. Can you see the CV? The CV is crazy, guys. The CV is literally 80% of all revenue. We're talking about the travel vertical. It's crazy. So somebody goes in, let's say $1,000, there's 800 CV, 800 qualifying CV allocated with that. That is ridiculously high. Okay. So, and now imagine you have a compensation plan that starts at 10%. You can qualify yourself for 12%. And by the way, I'll give you a little spoiler here. It goes all the way to 20% in your lesser leg. So we're talking about a 10 to 20% binary with a 10 level matching bonus. That is a weekly cap of all the way up to $250,000 a week. That's binary only plus matching, by the way, plus the Forex opportunity with our partner broker. So it's ridiculous incomes that we're going to see in this company. And I hope you're just, you know, just as excited as we are. Now, there's a couple more benefits on the packs. I don't want to stay too long on this, but the matching bonus usually unlocks as you take the different ranks. You can kind of be like grandfathered in into these matching commissions by getting on a bigger pack. You can see global pack unlocks for you 6th level of matching right away. So that's just even more extra money by going with a big pack. Now let's talk about direct commissions. I know that's a very important part of network marketing for those really hustling, putting in new people, building up new lines. There is a 20% initial bonus on every pack. So let's say you get a new sign up with a global, boom, there's a $400 bonus for you right there and then that you're going to make. Now, also, there's something very interesting in JIFU that I have never seen before. When you sign up someone, so there is a monthly activity fee in the business, and don't worry about anything, guys. It's just 25 CV, which is like $31.25. That's about the lowest monthly activity that I've ever seen, having access to the travel portal and the business. It's very low. But as you grow in ranks, this will increase, but don't worry about that. At that point, you're making money, okay? And the highest one will be 160 CV. We're talking $200. At that point, you're a diamond, and you can make up to $27,000 a week, okay? So that will never be an issue, but just know this: everyone wants to stay active. The more people you put in, see, when you sign up, you get this first order bonus. You sign up 10 people on Big Pack, boom, that's $4,000 right there. But as they're staying active, you're making that monthly action bonus. And I know it doesn't seem like much, but trust me, an extra $200, $300, $400 for a lot of people in the world, that makes a major difference. And so that's super interesting. You make that every month as long as they stay active, again, indefinitely. So that adds up pretty significantly. Now, when looking at team building, and I don't know if you're an expert in binary or not, I just want to kind of explain you a little bit. We have 2 different types of trees. It's really one tree, but 2 different ways of looking at it. One is the team tree, the binary tree, where's the left leg and the right leg. We talked about that before. Your weaker leg, every week will pay you 10%. That's how it starts. Then it goes up to 12, and then 14, 16, 18, 20%, right? The enrollment tree is literally like all the people you put in is like front line, first level. Theirs is the second, and so on. That's how the matching bonus is calculated. And that's also how the profit share is calculated from our broker partnership. Okay. So there's a 10 level matching and a 10 level profit share from the broker. On the team tree is where we look at the team commission, the binary that I was just talking about quite a lot. Now, again, how do you build a binary? It's very simple. You put people on your left, you put people on your right. And as you're doing both of this, your legs grow, and the only goal that you have is you should kind of try to balance them out as much as you can. You'll never be fully able to do that, but that's not a problem, because if you have more volume on one leg than on the other leg, that extra volume, it will just carry forward to next week, and next week you can add more volume on the other side, and that's kind of like how you can balance it out. Here's what I love about the comp plan: unused volume will only flush after 1 year. So there's so many companies where the volume's just gone first of next month or even next week. Here, it's only going to expire after more than a year if you haven't used it, which gives you plenty of time to earn commissions on every single thing that you've recruited. Now, the comp plan is huge. Again, preliminary slide. Forgive the design. It doesn't look pretty, but I promise you all the recognitions, the pins, the certificates. I actually received, this is quite funny, 2 emails with a total of I have to lie, like 13 certificates in like 2 emails, like bulk recognition I got. It's quite funny. So anyways, so it looks beautiful. It makes you feel super special. And we got some big boys ranks up here, like all the way up to 4 million CV, and that's bi-weekly. Now I want to talk about that for a minute. And Calvin, I want to have your expertise and expert opinion on that as well, because this is absolutely crucial. And it's going to be one of the reasons why we're going to explode and people won't understand. How come you have so many ranks? How come you're growing so fast? We're going to create a momentum that's like second to none, second to anything you've ever seen. And here's why. Most companies, when they go for ranks, when people go for ranks, it's usually calendar month. So let's say you qualify in February, or hey, I went diamond in April, or whatever it is, right? So there's like 12 opportunities a year to rank up. And usually what happens with the human psyche is if you start off the month just a bit slow, and that might happen, people usually say, you know what, this month is not going to be big, and they'll just literally toss it away. They don't do anything with it. Like next month I'll rock, right? What we also know from experience, and again, I've been doing it for 20 years, Calvin, you for over 12 years, I believe. Isn't it crazy how the last day of the month, literally last maybe 48 hours of the month, the volume, guys, is sometimes exceeding everything you've done the whole month. Just the last 48 hours.
Last day mentality, we call it. Like 80% of the volume just comes in overnight. It's crazy.
Yes. And why is that? It's the same thing when you remember back in school, okay? The teacher gave you homework. You didn't bother doing it. You didn't even bother writing it down. But next morning, right before class, you got kind of scared. And you're like, dang, everybody has homework, let me finish this thing. And you get in hard working mode right before class, and you make sure you have it all ready and you know, filled out and all papers, you know, proper and clean before class start. And it's the same in network marketing. People do the volume in the end. Now, why does that matter? Because the ranks in JIFU are a rolling bi-weekly. What does that mean? That means every week you can close the rank. And here we go. Right now, it's a Saturday as we're recording this. It's a Saturday night. Tomorrow, again, is rank closing, because the closing is every time this week plus last week. So those 2 weeks combined. If last week was bad, maybe this week is great, and I combine it with next week. But every Sunday is a closing. So we have 4 deadlines a month. It's going to push it to higher highs. And just believe me, this is insane, okay? And it's going to create tons of dynamic in the business. Okay, so now just to kind of finish this up, I know there's a lot of numbers. I just want to point out a couple of things. First of all, have a look at the volume, the bi-weekly volume that you need to do in order to hit ranks. You'll see the beginning is super easy. It's like literally nothing. It's like 500 CV, 450, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000 guys. This is like this. I mean, many of you
saw
do
$2,000. We saw 2,000 volume on one global package. So
literally, I mean, you sign up 2 globals left and right. Boom, here you are, already a gold manager. I mean, it's so fast, you know. Now, the one thing you got to pay attention, because what I just said is actually not technically correct. If you sign up 1 person left and right on a global, you have 2,000 left and 2,000 right. But you need, as a gold manager, you see that here, you need at least 4 members of affiliates. So you need to recruit 2 more, 1 left, 1 right. So once you have 2, now you can go gold. So just make sure you bring the amount of people. I did that very simple for me. I went all the way in the end. I checked what is the end. Okay, I need 16 left, 16 right. They don't need to have specific ranks. They don't need to go crazy big. All you need to do is recruit 32 people. And that scares you. Don't worry, I'm talking about the biggest rank in the company right now. Okay, so just start small, whatever it is you want to do, or start big if you're a leader. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you have enough people and the volume. That's all you got to do. It doesn't matter who's the sponsor on the volume. It can be spillover on your left, on your right. It doesn't matter. Make sure you understand one thing. As you're going up in the ranks, you see that here, your team building percentage goes up from 10 to 12% on this slide. Never forget, there's an extra 2% in the global pack, right? And then there's 14%. And then it goes to 16, 18, all the way up to 20%, which is absolutely ridiculous. Also, there is a maximum weekly payout, which is what we call the cap. And again, it can go to the highest numbers I've seen in the industry. So I'm super.
That's only on the binary, right? That's only in the binary.
This is only the binary.
Wow.
So the matching goes on top of that.
Perfect.
Now, as we're talking about matching, let's look at matching. Here's the matching. Matching is 10 levels. 10 levels on the team commission of your team. So again, you can see the highest one is on frontline. It's an old truth. The people that are active, that are bringing in new people, they're going to win. Like the more frontlines you have, the more money you're going to make. One of the secrets why I made a lot of money in the industry is because I recruited a lot of people. That's just the truth. I think in my career, I put in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people myself. It's just the truth, right? Because we never stopped. And Kelvin, you actually taught me that back in the day. You were like, I won't let a month go by without adding 4 people. That's 1 a week. That's nothing. And when you keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that, you got about 102 years, right? And then as you're in the business, I mean, again, for me, almost 20 years, it's a lot of people. So you can make a career out of this, but you can also be super fast. And this is what's very, very interesting in this business. Now, again, here's my advice, and this is kind of like the end already, okay? Just think about that. If not you, who? Why not you? If not now, when? Why not now? And if not this, then what? You see, we're experienced guys. We've been friends and business partners for many years. I looked around. I looked everywhere. And to be honest, the company I was looking for, I couldn't find it. Because truth be told, it doesn't exist. But what JIFU had was amazing ownership, amazing financial backing, amazing leadership, amazing travel product that's ready to go right now, and a badass compensation plan. We had a serious open book conversation. We said, hey, we need to add additional products that are science-based, that are really working, that are a lifestyle. I mean, just think about energy drinks that are badass, they're healthy, with the badass marketing, great taste. Skincare. I mean, my wife, I don't know if you see my wife, she's really beautiful. And Kelvin, your wife's really beautiful. And they know what's up when it comes to skincare, collagen, all that stuff. Like, we want to integrate beauty. We also want to integrate lifestyle and health, longevity, DNA repair, all that stuff in the future, So this is a very important vertical. But then, of course, we want to learn how to make money. What's the basics of Forex, crypto, social media. My wife almost has 500,000 followers right now, which is not bad either. And she's been building her account. And it's insane. When she just made the announcement that she's starting a new project, her inbox blew up. Same for you, Calvin. You just made a video. Your inbox has been blowing up ever since. That's why you said, let's make that video. Let's share it with everybody. And it's so important. We want to teach you all that and so much more. So I'm excited. This is going to be huge. And we're going to build this for the long term. We're committed with you, for you, and with us, even for us. Not just for you, even for us. Like, we want to build this big time because we believe this is the next level of network marketing. And the last words, Calvin, I'm going to give it to you so that you kind of close this out.
So again, what's the opportunity for you? Danien and I had put together this video for the people who are wondering what we're doing, for the people who want to get started with us, for the people who said, if Danien and Calvin ever start another business, another time, we want to be on board with them. We've watched what they've done. We've watched their track of success history over the years. We've watched how devoted they were to not only their business, to their team, and to their families. We've watched the many, many success stories they've been able to create on their teams outside of their own success. That's you guys looking to want to partner with us right now. This is something that, again, we get creative direction with in this company. We're going to take the advice of our teammates. We're going to take all the history we've had and that we know to be true in network marketing and bring it all to one place here at G4 for you guys. We want to show you guys now and invite you guys to become a part of our team, whether it's going to our website, which we're going to also share with you when we send these videos out to our prospects. We'll share with you our replicated website where you can become an affiliate or a customer right away. Reserve your spot in our trees. We will input you and place you in our organizations. You can also, I believe, lock a position right now, Danien, right? You can lock a position at no cost to you, where we can insert you into our tree. But just understand that if you've already watched this video, the smart ones who've watched this video know how they want to get started based on our advice to you. So get started as an affiliate, order your package so we can position you in our tree, and then watch what we build days ahead, weeks ahead, months ahead, and even years ahead, and just be a part of what we're going to build. You guys are at the very beginning of this thing with us, and you guys are going to see what we're going to be able to create here at JIFU, how we're going to be able to help you guys become successful. The invitation is yours. We've just shown you everything. We're excited about it.
Thank you, Calvin. It was a pleasure.
Danien.
Guys, let's make it happen, and welcome to the team.
Let's make history. See you guys.
Bye-bye.